In a previous video, I talked about setting up stretch goals, the big goals that have massive payoffs once achieved. They're usually ambitious in nature. You fantasize achieving them all the time. But you also wonder how to get started, because getting started is usually the hardest part of pursuing your goals. Or maybe you do start, but 2 weeks later, you stop. Your motivation disappears. You find all kinds of excuses of not pushing towards your stretch goal. Hi, I'm Nick Mema from ImpressiveMemory.com, and on this video, we'll talk about establishing smaller goals that creates the momentum needed to achieve your big goal. So let's use an example. Let's say your biggest goal or stretch goal is to learn French as a new language. You want to become a fluent French speaker. Currently, the only French words you know are bonjour, which means hello, and au revoir, which means goodbye. But you want to learn more words, more phrases. In short, you're serious about learning French. But you also don't want to start learning it so that a month later you give up. You also don't want to rely on your motivation, which operates like a phone's battery. It gets depleted with time. Your dream is to start and progress smoothly with your French. So the stretch goal is clear: to learn French and become fluent in it. Like I said before, coming up with big goals is the easy part. Implementing them is the challenge, the obstacle. Let's break down the goal of learning French into everyday goals. First, you need to ask yourself some strategic questions. Will you be learning French alone through self-study? Will you learn it using a personal tutor? Will you attend online or physical French classes? Are you a complete beginner, or do you have some knowledge in French? Asking yourself such questions helps you evaluate yourself. They help you to be honest with yourself. Such questions, when answered, give you the scope of implementing your goal. Your stretch goal should lie in the sweet spot. It should neither be too easy nor impossible to achieve. Once you have truthfully answered your strategic questions, it's time to set up daily goals. Remember, we want to spend 20% of our time theorizing and 80% implementing our goal. So is it possible to learn something in French every day for 5 minutes? Absolutely. And is it possible to start implementing your big goal by doing something every day for 5 minutes? Yeah. So why every day and why 5 minutes? The reason is because we want to create mini habits that will help us focus and commit to achieving our big goal. You need to establish strong mini habits. Think of them as the steps on a staircase. Each step, when stepped on, gets you closer to the top of the staircase. And at the top lies your end result. Using our example, that's becoming fluent in French. But remember, currently you're at the bottom of the staircase. So to get to the top, you need to use each step, each mini habit, to help you achieve your big goal, to get you closer to the end result. 5 minutes is small enough not to look intimidating. And if you're busy, you can squeeze in 5 minutes of your time to work on your goal. 5 minutes is discoverable. For French, you can decide to practice speaking out loud every day for 5 minutes. And this should be done outside of classroom hours. Those 5 minutes are for you and for you alone. It's the time to get personal with executing your big goal. It's the time you force yourself to work on it. You see, when you practice French for 5 minutes every day, your effort accumulates. On day 1, your spoken French was terrible, laughable. But on day 55, your spoken French is way better. The improvement is like 100 times when compared to the first day. To ensure you commit to the 5-minute rule, use the 555 framework to keep you focused. 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 months. The framework is simple. Here's how Here is how it goes. Work on your goal for 5 minutes every day, for 5 days a week, and remain consistent for 5 months. This simple framework helps you remain committed to implementing your goal. It helps you to focus on your stretch goal. It can also be customized to suit your needs as well. It can be the 333 framework, 3 minutes, 3 days, 3 months, or the 777 framework, 7 minutes, 7 days, 7 months. You decide. But my recommendation as a beginner is to use the 555 framework. It's neither too short nor too long. A little daily improvement is better than nothing. 5 minutes is short enough to do something per day. It's short enough to get you started. It's short enough to create a mini habit. But when those 5 minutes are accumulated, they stack up. They become meaningful. You simply improve. To conclude, having a big goal worth working for is extremely important. It keeps you out of your comfort zone. It keeps you challenged. But to effectively achieve it, you need to establish smaller goals focused on the big goal. You need to create mini habits that will help you realize it. Use the 555 framework to get started and create momentum. And for whatever goal you're working on right now, I'm wishing you success all the way. Like and subscribe to get notified of more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you